Welcome, everyone. If you are watching in replay, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show. Um, but I hope you're here live because I love live audiences, and to me, it creates a better, more connected show. So, we've got about 4 minutes till the show starts, and I will be here live on video where you can also get a free psychic empathic reading. And with this psychic reading, I don't want you to be afraid. And I know it's a difficult thing to do when you know you're live on a vodcast. But I am a psychic natural born empath. So I give more of a empathic reading, which means I tap into your soul, who you are. So I don't tell personal things about you. I talk about who you truly are and the emotions you have, the type of person you are. And I may be able to help you with, some concerns you may have with the way things are going on in your life. So we have approximately 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and then the show will start. But in the meantime, if you want to be on the show and get a reading this evening, you'll see a button if you're watching from the website. So if you're watching from the website, on the home screen that you will see the soul reader there, you'll see a button that says details. And at that detail button, you just press that and some other options are going to come up for you. And when you see those options, one option is going to say donate or be on the show. Now, be on the show, that actually gets you on the show. So that's how I can do a psychic reading for you, an empathic reading, actually. And you press that button and then follow the prompts. You'll see another button. Now, if you don't want to be on camera, it'll give you an option on whether you want to be on camera or not. And just choose no. But we'll still be able to hear you. So you can ask a question. You can talk to me just like we would talk if we were in person. So try that out. You might like it because I really do love to give readings for people. And remember, they're free. There's no charge. All is good, and hopefully it will help you and give you some relief. We have approximately 1 minute, and like I said, you can fast forward past this spot and get right into the show. And I can see there are a few people in the audience because I can see the emojis. You got the hearts emojis, which is great. So thank you so much for that. Anyway, we have about 30 seconds or so, and I'll be right with you. See you soon. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here and you're here and we are here. All of us are here at the Soul Reader. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Anthony Cordova, Tony C, the man about love. And I'm happy that you're here, whether you're watching in replay or you're here live in the audience. And remember, you can get a live free reading, live free, mostly empathic reading tonight from me. And there's no need to be nervous about it. And if you don't want to be on camera, just choose not to be on camera when the prompts come up. Just say, don't turn your camera on, and all will be good. So here we are, another night, another Tuesday night to see what we can get done here. So, I think tonight I'm just going to get right into it. Just straight on into it. Just get to it and see what happens. So the topic tonight is, how are you doing? How are you doing? Okay. And we call this segment, and I will talk about it. And if you wish to ask questions during the segment, all you need to do is be on our website, or my website, knowtobestill.com/podcast. But and you can ask any questions. You can also ask questions in comments in the comment section. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube. All right, so it's time for Tony's Mind Mashup. Tony's Mind Mashup. So let's get to it. What do you say? All right, there I am. Okay, the topic tonight for Tony's Mind Mashup is, how are you doing? Simple question. We say it to people every day. How you doing? You see him, how you doing? You see him again, how you doing? You see that person, how you doing? We don't wait for an answer. We never do. It's become like a greeting, like saying hello or what's up, what's going on, things like that. But the reason this is titled, How Are You Doing? One thing we need to start doing as people, me included, because I'm guilty of just saying, how you doing? And don't expect an answer. You know, and as a matter of fact, most of us really don't want an answer. We don't want the person to say, oh, my back is aching. Oh, my arthritis is killing me. We don't. Because we're not truly thinking about the person we're saying, how you doing to? We're not. So I really suggest that we try to change that. Like, for instance, if it's someone you really know, it's a friend of yours, um, you really know them, and you say, how you doing? But there's no meaning behind it. There's no real question. So what I'm saying is, when you say how you doing to someone, especially someone you know, ask the question with meaning. You may have to repeat the question. How you doing? Then you might have to say, really, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? How's things going? And it doesn't have to be about their physical health. It can be about their mental health, their emotional health. Because a lot of times, all we need as people is just to talk to someone. You don't always have to go to therapy. Now, if you need therapy, go to therapy. But just on the day to day, if you ask someone that's close to you, or you feel like that person may need a pick me up for the day or relief because it seems like they're under a lot of stress for whatever reason. And I think you'll find that when you sincerely ask a person, how are you doing? Really, you'll be surprised of the answers you get. There may be a coworker of yours, but you notice that on this particular day, they just seem off. And maybe you and that coworker are not like really close, you're just coworkers. But if you can sense that something is up with them on this day, and you sincerely ask, but no, really, how are you doing? Now, they may choose to give you a generic answer. That's very possible. That's their prerogative. They can do that. But they may say, well, really, not that good. And then you can go deeper. So when they say not that good, don't walk away and say, oh, that's too bad. You have to continue the conversation. We're all in a rush and all of that. I understand that. We all have things to do. I understand that. But what I'm getting at is we need to help our fellow human being. We need to take care of each other. So on this day, you ask the person, how are you doing? And you're like, no, really, how are you doing? They might say, well, no, not that good. My kid was in a traffic accident, you know, and they might be feeling bad about that. And let me stop for a moment. There was someone that just came on camera. If you follow those prompts again, we can get you back. And if you didn't want to be on camera, just say no camera access when you're on that button, and we can get you right back here. But if you're there watching the show and you just want to watch and you're not looking for a reading, that's okay. I think my producer has something to say. Wait, there we go. Now,
I do. Since you're acknowledging people in the audience, I just
yes.
wanted to say hey to our niece Nicole
Hey,
and
Nicole.
also to our friend Sharon who lives in Florida.
Oh, it's Florida Sharon. Hello, Florida Sharon. As you know, we love Florida, and I hope we get to see you soon. We kind of miss you. So, hi. All right. Okay. Now back to where I was. So yes, you might find say yeah my daughter or my son was in an accident, and it's kind of they're okay, but it really has gotten my child depressed because the accident was right after they had this very big emotional breakup with their partner. The child did. So these are a lot of things that can weigh on a person's mind. And just to be able to release that for a moment, just for a moment, is good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for the person that needs that release. And it's also good for you to be able to be the person that facilitated that release for them. So it's all about love. And I'm not saying that we all need to be kumbaya and all of that. Some people we're just not going to get along with. Okay. But we still need to have some love for them, some compassion, some empathy, some of putting yourself in those shoes, in their shoes, some of, uh, I wonder how they got that way. I wonder why they're so angry all the time. I wonder why they're not nice to anyone. I wonder why they fly off the handle. So when you ask somebody sincerely, how are you doing? Really, how are you doing today? It can change a person's day. You can take someone that is going through a divorce all alone, like all alone, and they have no one to voice that to. Maybe they're in a city that they didn't grow up in. Maybe none of their family is around. Maybe they're ashamed to tell their family that their marriage is ending in divorce. Maybe their family said, hey, don't marry that person. Don't marry that person. They're no good. But they married them anyway. And now they're getting divorced, so they're ashamed. They don't want to tell their family. They're in a strange city. They don't have anyone to tell. But just you saying, how are you doing? Really, how are you doing? They might open up to you. They might say, I'm going through a divorce. My family told me not to marry that person. And I'm afraid to tell them, and I can't tell anybody because I feel ashamed. Relief, release. Think about the people that are around us and try to stop just saying how you doing with no meaning. Maybe you should just say hello if you don't want to go deeper. But if you have the time and you feel like maybe this person needs some relief, ask them, how are you doing? Ask them, how are you doing really? What's going on? How's life? How's life? Because we look around and we see people all around us, and some people look like they have this great life on the surface, but maybe they don't. You know that old saying, the grass is always greener on the other side? Well, from us on the outside looking inside, we kind of think, oh man, they got it great. They got new cars and a new house, and they got wonderful children, and their life may look perfect to us, from the outside looking in. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, and Jill, do you have a comment?
Yes, I have another greeting. We would like to welcome Melissa Lafferty to the show. Welcome, Melissa. Thank you for coming.
Melissa Lafferty. Oh, I don't think we know her. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. And remember, if you do want a reading this evening, just click the prompt. If you're on your browser, on your computer, you can only do it from knowtobestill.com/podcast.
I also
And
put it in the Facebook comments.
oh, wonderful, wonderful. Um, and I would love to give you a psychic slash empathic reading. And I'm also able to connect to your loved one on the other side. Um, in most cases, that as most of us know, none of this is guaranteed. But when I do readings or if I connect to someone on the other side, um, I feel their energy. It's not like I hear them talking in my ear, and it's not like I see them. I can feel their energy, and then I take that and translate the feeling that I get from them into what they're conveying to me. I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's kind of how it works, and that's kind of how it works when I do a reading for you. So when a person comes to the stage here and they would like a reading, the first thing I have to do is pick up on them and connect to that person before I can connect to someone that's on the other side. But backtracking a little bit, we're talking about identifying someone that might need to talk to somebody. And, when you say, how are you doing? Sometimes say it and mean it and really ask the question, really, how are you doing? Now, the thing is, we as people, I don't say I'm some special miracle child because I can connect to people on the other side, or I can connect to you, or I can feel your siblings, or all of that. It's no miracle. It's nothing that's just crazy special. I was born this way. However, all of us have been born this way. So when I say to you, if you feel like someone is off on a particular day, how do you think you're able to feel that? See, we'll just say feelings, but it seems like they're off. Well, that's your empathic abilities tapping into that person. That's you connecting to them. Maybe they don't show it on their face. Maybe they look the same as they always do. But this particular day, you feel something off. That's an empathic thing. So, what I do, you can do. Some of us are born with it stronger in us than others. And the reason I say I'm a natural born empath, I didn't go someplace to train to learn how to do this. I was born this way. I've been feeling people my whole life. My whole life. So it's just a part of who I am. It's also a part of me that I was ashamed of. So it took me many years to, get past that. Yeah. But you have it also. You can do it also. The times when your phone rings and you know who it is, and you don't know who it is because they call you every day at the same time. See, that is like, okay, that's going to happen. if your mother calls you the same day at the same time every single day, you can say, "Oh yeah, that's my mom," when the phone rings without looking at your phone or anything else. But sometimes the phone rings and you say, "Oh, that's my sister Jan. I know that's my sister Jan." But you may not have talked to your sister Jan in a month, but you know it's her. That is empathic skills. But society is taught us to ignore those things. Just to ignore them. Um I still would love to give someone a reading tonight. Um you don't have to be afraid. I will not divulge anything about you that you don't want people to know. And there's also a safe word. If ever I get close to some stuff that you think you don't want people to know, and usually I can feel those things, and I won't even um, touch on them vocally. I may say something to you like, "Do you know what I mean?" And when I do that, that I know it's something that's really sensitive to you, and I don't want to divulge it to the rest of the audience. But I'm going to ask my. Oh yes, Jill.
Oh, while we're waiting to see if anyone would like to talk to you, I'd like to say hi to Charlie
Hello, really, Charlie.
and also
Yeah.
Henry. Henry is like I think of him as my friend, but also my Prince dealer. He
Your
sends me all
prince.
things Prince, which I love.
Oh, now, see, Charlie, this is how much I pay attention. Charlie, I'm pretty sure you used to work at one of the places Jill worked at. Is that correct? Is that correct, Jill?
Charlie? You're
Not
talking
that,
to.
not Charlie. It was a
Oh,
Henry,
Henry
the
and I, yes,
Prince.
we absolutely worked
Henry.
at the
I don't
same
know why I
place.
said Charlie. I know who Charlie is. Charlie, really Charlie, a really Charlie podcast. Excuse me.
But
But
yes,
yes,
Henry and I
Henry.
go way back. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. So, um, you know what? Being that no one wants a reading, uh, I am going to use Henry as an example. Jill's eyes just got big.
I'm sorry,
What?
Henry. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry. This is
What?
a producer like, no,
No,
cut.
no. Not as an example. Well, so here's the thing. Henry, and I'm going to say this to you, Henry, and to the audience. And Jill talked about the Prince uh, memorabilia, the photographs, and all of that you send through to her through email because you just know she likes it, right? Now, Henry doesn't have to do that. You know, Henry, you don't have to do that, but you do because you're a kind person. Now, even a kind person doesn't have to do that. But the thing is, you know that it will bring Jill much joy.
Much joy.
Yes, you know this. And I'm going to go even further is that you actually feel this. Okay, so when you send an interesting tidbit of Prince memorabilia, you feel good when you send it. And when you receive the email back from Jill that she received it and she thanks you for it and all of that, that also makes you feel good. That is a connection. That is an empathic connection. People don't pay attention to it. Oh, I'm just sending it to her because she's a Prince fan and I'm a Prince fan. But it goes beyond that, and that's when I talk about how we as people need to connect to each other. We need to love each other, show love for each other, because we're truly all human beings. And no matter what you believe in or how you think human beings were created, I bet you we all came from the same place, wherever that is. First there was one, then there was two. Okay? We're all part of each other. And it's hard for people to understand because of society, because of what we're told by our parents. A lot of the times, not all of the time, what we're told from our teachers, what we're told from our clergy. But we all come from the same place. It doesn't matter what color we are, what nationality we are, what religion we are. People fight over religion like it's crazy. Religion and politics. Wars are fought over religion and politics. And I can tell you, this is not the way we're supposed to be living. So, Henry, when you send memorabilia to Jill, that's the right thing. You're living your life the way you should. And I'm sure you don't just do those types of things for Jill. And you don't do it for any type of return, because that's the type of person you are. And you may not be that way to everybody. I'm sure there's people you don't like too. But there's one thing I know about you, Henry. The chances that you actually hate someone is pretty slim. It's pretty slim. And as I know, I'm pretty sure I never met you, Henry. I don't think so. I don't think I've met you before. But these things I know because I'm an empath and we're all connected. We're all connected. I could not do what I do without all of us being connected. And I know what I do makes people nervous. I understand that. But I'm only trying to do good. I'm trying to connect to people. And for those of you that have known me from my young days to my older days, um, you all know I'm a loner. I stay by myself most of the time. So for me to be out here doing a show like this all over the country, all over the world, so I can connect with people, so that maybe I can give some people what they need or what they didn't know they needed. It can be difficult sometimes to have a gift like this. Like I said, for many years, for probably half of my life, I thought it was a curse. I really did. Because it brought me a lot of trouble. Because honestly, you don't want to be walking around feeling everybody's emotions. You don't. It will mess you up for real. But not until I learned how to protect myself and all of that. So, if you're ever worried about meeting me in person, I don't read everybody I meet. I don't want to. I really don't. I don't want to read everybody at least. So I don't read everyone. Sometimes it just comes through. But I also know to respect people. So what I do is all good. It all comes from love. I can honestly say that. That's why part of the things I talk about is I'm the man about love. That's my email. The man about love at gmail.com. This is what I believe in. This is what I try to do. Spread some love, and hopefully we can connect. So, it's been a half an hour. No one wants a reading tonight, and that's okay. That's okay. I talked for about 30 minutes now. So I will start closing out the show unless Jill has something to say or to add. Jill, nothing at all. All right then. Well, first of all, thank you for everybody that came into the audience tonight. It was great, and thank you for all the thumbs up and the hearts and all of that and just being here. But remember to come next week. Check out the Soul Reader with me, Anthony Cordova. Get yourself a free empathic reading here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's notobestill.com/podcast. And that is how you get on the show if you want to be on the show or just watch it. Also, know that tomorrow night, check out I'm Right with Jill and I, and laugh with us and play with us and talk with us. The same thing. Let's have some fun. So that's every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can watch from Jill's website is jillcoxcordova.com, and click the podcast tab and you can watch the show and be on the show, but you can also watch from Facebook and YouTube. All right. So with that, you all.
One more thing.
One more thing? What else?
One more show.
One more show?
I just don't have a graphic for it.
Oh my gosh, I don't have a graphic for it either. Oh, well, anyway, Poetic People Fighting Racism is coming back. For those of you that have seen it before, watched it, been on the show, it's coming back. Okay. So Poetic People Fighting Racism, the first show is on the 23rd of this month at 9 p.m. and I'll be there. So come on and check it out. Okie dokie. Now, Jill, do we have anything else? because the music's going to die.
That's it.
That's it. So I want to thank you all for coming. So till next time, I love you all. Bye.